Hey, hi, and welcome to another weekly connection. So today is a little different. I was given the message to talk about something that is it's kind of personal because it was kind of my personal childhood. I talk about having recall, which is mean I remember what is beyond this time and space. I know the configuration of the cosmos, all that junk, all the history, all that I have never forgotten. So, when I was a child, I was isolated through my blindness so that I could continue my work on other dimensions and not get caught in 3D. It worked, still works. So, I was traveling this weekend, and there was a certain group that approached me and said, "Tell the story about when I was a child." So, when I was about 8, a whole group of different celestials started working with me. And our goal was to clear away negative energies, whether they were entities or thought patterns or from other places. It didn't matter who, what, where, when, how they were. What mattered was that they were not connected to the light. What mattered was that they had forgotten, as we always say. They had forgotten. So, how does a celestial whack a dark force? Well, they whack them with oodles and oodles of light, or whopping whops of white light, as we say in our teaching, until they remember. So, as a child, I spent most of my nights doing exactly that. And at that time, there was just a lot of stuff out there that needed to be cleared. And so we were just kind of, like little Cape Crusaders clearing it, because in order for it to get, I talk about it being on 20% on all the other levels. Well, it had to also get to 20% of error, so 80% clear, on what I call the folds of the dimensions. So you have like these peaks and valleys and these ups and downs and these folds. And in the folds are where, ghosts, disembodied spirits, or entities, and all that stuff will hang out, right? I mean, you don't want to collect ectoplasma, right? Because that's not the light forces. Those are just energies that you're collecting, and they're whatever they are. So we would go in the folds and we would dust and clean, and we would clear out those energies. In that, when we say clear out, we would whack you with light, send you to rehab. Because light doesn't take out a force, in that it doesn't destroy anything. Because the light can't destroy anything, because it is everything. So in 2014, we got to the point where that number in those folds got to 20%. So that meant that all of the remaining unknown energies, energies that don't know light, focused on 3D, focused on humanity, and just hung out here. So, what we are doing as light seeds is we are moving that to 20%. Only now it has to be done through you and me. You have to have a mortal body to move this light out. So this is what we're doing. So let's do it together, because that's why I'm saying it's such a special time that we're able to clear away so much of the malformed thought patterns that came about as ego served itself. So let's go ahead and spray that right on my glasses. The cosmic thrust oil, clear our aura, and then we do the cosmic thrust. I said thrust before. Cosmic cleanse is the spray, and cosmic thrust is the oil. And we bring it up through our energy field. Cup your hands together. And just breathe that in. Deep breath. and that will align us, heaven and earth as well. So I want to go right into the meditation. Lord Lanto is leading us today, and a whole bunch of others. So when we use the ascension oil, we get one drop. We put it on our third eye in a clockwise rotation to you. There you go. And then we go here and here, just so you can smell it. Good. So as we clear today, we're going to want to clear on all levels in your space and in your time. So let's breathe in and hold that breath for a minute. And breathe it out. And breathe it back in. Just blow it out. Good. All right. Are you ready? So visualize that golden light. This is your golden lariat, right? This is your connection between heaven and earth. This is what keeps you safe and connected to source. So we bring that light from source and we bring it down the yang side of us, the father side. And it comes all the way down, out your feet and into the earth, to the mother. And the mother grabs onto your leg and says, so glad you're here. It's going to be a fun ride. And it has been a fun ride. It's been an intense ride for sure, but also with fun. So we bring it around the grid and we bring it up our back with the essence of the mother in it. And she connects back to source and around you go in that orbit. So you're wearing that orbit of light now so that you are that connected light seed. Good. Just feel that orbit going around and around and around. And now bring it up out the back up the back and let it waterfall with both those lights, front and back, right? It's going to waterfall all through your aura, all 12 auras that you now carry, working full time. Now, as we go to the well of the mother, which is below the root, this is our connection. This is where we make that connection to the earth, to the universe, to the cosmos. First through the earth, and then Hey, you have ever seen those the images where they go far away, close, and like, a girl sitting on a blanket, and then you go all the way out to the cosmos. It's kind of like that. You want to really, through the well of the mother, feel that connection to the whole cosmos, not just to earth. It is your connection. It is the well. So you feel that energy and you tingle your toes, move your toes, so you feel that connection. And then you go ahead and you feel that energy, fill that as you see that you are connected to everything and to all things and part of the whole. And your job as this light seed is to bring all of those malformed patterns into balance. 20%, 80% gone. We're almost there. It doesn't look like it, but we're really close. So then you go up into the root, and you know that in that root, all that DNA, all that history throughout humanity of malformed thought and patterns and entities and whatever it is that didn't see the light or know the light or feel the light now need to be dissolved within you. So we just blast that root aura with that light so that we can radiate to humanity that light, and we can transform those negative patterns in you to light. And we go up into the sacral. And the sacral aura is all about understanding and not judging and not being fearful about what's coming up because you've been taught this is bad and that is good. Letting all that go and becoming a light form every day, 24/7, all the time. And you bring it up into the consciousness of power, which sits on your spleen. And that is that part that dissolves conflict. And after all, 3D ego is only about conflict. So what are we doing when we dissolve that conflict? We're dissolving our ego. In 5D, you still have an ego, but it isn't the same. It isn't at all the same. It is connected in oneness. But we're still learning and growing at that point. So then you bring it into your solar plexus so that now you're radiating out that light, that non-judgmental, unconditional love into the world. And the world goes, I want some of that. And you say, okay, dokie. So you radiate it through your empathic shield. And you let them munch and crunch that gold light so that they too can be on this journey of light. Let that empathic shield sitting on your liver just really fill. And then you go to your heart, and your heart is full. And your heart is joyous because this is a great time to be here. Hard. Yeah, it's difficult. There's a lot going on. And the chaos, see, the chaos doesn't end, and maybe we'll talk more about the chaos next time. It's not our job to dissolve the chaos. Our job is to just dissolve any malformed thought. And we bring it into our conscious intention. And our intention is to be the light, is to be a light seed for all to see, and for all to munch and crunch that juice, that shield, to help them become light seeds too. And your throat represents that light, represents that great, great task you have come to accomplish. And then up into your third eye, where you have no doubt you're one heck of a light seed. You're doing a good job. Are you perfect? Nah. It's a good thing that's not part of the prerequisite. And nobody cares that you're perfect. I remember in my last death, that was the biggest thing, was that it didn't matter the stuff that I did wrong. What they looked at was the love in my heart. That's what matters. So we're building that love within us. And then we go up into the crown. And we wear that crown as brightly as we can. And radiate that empathic, the telepathic notch. Because the more we understand, the more we understand, the more we understand, the more we glow. And you radiate that, and it comes right out, radiating out 18 inches, or 20, or however many. You want to wear as much of this gold light as you can, so that as many people as you can have the juice, can munch and crunch that gold light, so that they too have the stamina and the ability to grow. And that's our job. And if we don't understand, then we watch it on our shield and we grow. So your job as a light seed is to spread the light and be the light. Not Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every day, all day, and all night. It's who you're developing and who you want to be. We'll talk more about that next time. So meantime, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.